Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Kick It With Kelly podcast. We are here continuing our Mixed Capital Drag series, and this is the second to last episode of this series. We have been talking to all the contestants of the Mixed Capital Drag finals, and we are just days away. It is Monday. Mixed Capital Drag, the finals is taking place on this Sunday, the 4th of June, and today we are here with probably our most dressed up podcast guest we've ever had. Bar that one with me and Bunny. We are here with King Chloe Tamekehu. Hello.
Kia ora everybody, it's King Chloe Tamekehu, your Takatapui queen. I am here for the podcast. I don't think much, but I shall talk, and we'll see how this goes. Also, you said this Sunday, it's next Sunday.
No, it's being released on next Monday.
Oh, well, when you're listening, kia ora. Kia ora koutou.
Stunning. I don't actually know what it's like. Monday the 29th or something that it's being released.
So shit. Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
Sunday.
No,
okay.
no, we record these way in advance. Anyway, way to break the mystique. So
Bitch, I'm from Chicago. Do you know she's not from Chicago? Maria told me that yesterday.
Who?
Mystique Summers Madison. You want to go, bitch, I'm from Chicago.
Where's she from?
Bitch, I don't know.
Oh,
America.
From like the South.
Excuse me, this isn't your podcast.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Chloe, hello. How's it going?
Oh yeah, not bad actually. If you're wondering why I'm dolled up, it's because I had a gig at work today. It wasn't really a gig. We just had a kids event on. It's called Kids Cross-Chella. Kids are running around everywhere. They had face painting Sundays, and we were dressing up in costumes. I'm like, well, if we're gonna be pretty, I'm gonna look the best. And so I got this dress from Olivia Dream. Thank you very much, Olivia. Dolled up, and people were telling me, you're like a goddess walking around. I'm like, I know. Correct. And yeah, so I'm good. Bit tired though.
You remember this is a podcast, right? Majority of people can't see what you're wearing.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, there'll be clips coming out, so you can look at them. Don't worry. I know there's clips.
If you're not looking at the clips, Chloe's wearing the purple tulle dress that I wore when I was doing my podcast with Bunny. Mm-hmm. And
that's right.
Yeah. Big slide.
Oh, but I need this energy drink to get me through. This Monster. Also the pink ones, because pink's cunty. It is. They can't see. No, because I DJ'd last night, and so...
Oh, God.
And then after DJing in drag, I went to bed, removed all my makeup apart from my eye makeup and my eyebrows, did my skincare, went to sleep, woke up at 8:30, and then quickly put my makeup back on. So reapplied it all, did up my hair, and went to work.
Oh my God, how are you alive?
Honestly, it's a medical mystery. Scientists will be asking that.
Oh, phenomenal. I'm sure that's what's going to be on their mind. That's what's going to be on scientists' mind in 50 years.
Oh, it is. Trust and believe, darling. Trust and believe.
All right, well, fitting that you're in drag, let's talk about how you started. So...
Started what?
Drag.
Oh. This monster's doing me good.
Oh my God. Anyway, how you started drag. So I think I'm not sure if it was your first outing in drag or your first time in drag, but your first show was at a formation, is that correct? Amazing.
Cut that out. Cut that out. Snip. I'm so sorry. Anyway, yes, my first show ever was Formation. It was, in fact, the very first Formation you ever produced, California.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was in the first ever Formation. That was the first time I ever performed. Mm-hmm. First time I went out in drag, actually, though, was out in the park that year. Yeah, when you were wearing that ugly-ass Nicki Minaj bodysuit and that 40-inch wig, 60-inch wig.
Okay.
And I was like...
What the fuck?
And I saw you, I didn't know who you were. I'm like, who's this baby queen?
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about my super bass outfit?
Yeah.
Ugly. That's actual Nicki Minaj merch from her store.
It was ill-fitting.
I know, but it's still...
It wasn't ugly. It was ill-fitting.
You know what?
But you know what?
This podcast is done. Tune in next week.
This is not me talking shit about you, though. I'm not... This sounds like I am. Because you look so good now. Yeah. I just because I didn't know who you were, and you're wearing a hard front with a hard front with a bang.
Yeah.
For the 60-inch wig, I'm like, who is this girl? But I saw Nicki Minaj, and I really appreciate that. I'm like, I do want to get to know her. But I thought you were at the same level as me. I just assumed.
Wow.
You started at me.
Wow.
And then I got to meet you, and you kept. And I was so enamored by you because you did was it Barbie Dreams?
Barbie
Performance
Dreams, yeah.
You performed that, and you wore a fucking like princess gown, just like she has in the music video.
Yeah.
And I thought, who is this bitch? She's doing exactly what I want to see, what I love. Like, bitch, Nicki Minaj got me through my teenage years. Like, I was looking at her, I'm like, oh, I want to get to know her. I like her.
Aww.
Yeah, so that was my start.
Best. And because I remember, I think when I probably met you was at, maybe when you came down for like, we did like a briefing about formation.
Yes.
And you were just this quiet, innocent little being.
That changed quickly.
Yeah. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, you now and you then in a room together.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
But also me then, I didn't know anyone, so I was just sitting there quiet, like, I don't know, like, I was like really nervous and shy, but also really excited because I'm like, I'm getting into drag, I'm getting to actually do it.
Yeah.
Like, this is like so exciting, and I was just like, nobody.
You also recently just turned 18 then, didn't you?
Yep, only just turned 18.
Yeah.
I'm freshly 18. I only got a job because I wanted to do drag, because I'm like, well, I need to buy wigs and makeup and shit, and so that was my only motivation to get a job.
Wait. So, not to pay rent.
No.
Not to, like, live.
Well, I was living at home
to
at
do
that
drag.
point still. I was,
Okay.
I was still 17.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I like...
I mean, fair. Okay, yeah, fair.
Found, like, drag was a legit thing you could do with your life. I'm like, oh, this is legit. Like, just dressing up in pretty dresses, I can do that.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so I did that. Yeah. Oh my god, completely different person. But also, I was wild back then as well. I would get drunk and say some shit, and do some shit. I still do. But...
Did you want to talk about that? I didn't have it on my list, but...
Oh no, it's fine. I'm just saying. We're just going through. You talk about the years. I'm just saying what's on my mind. Conversating.
Sorry, conversating.
Just say talk. Anyway, back to questions.
Anyway, okay, let's... You really throwing me.
Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about how... Let's talk about your makeup journey. Because you have probably one of the prettiest beats in Wellington.
Well, thank
maybe
you.
possibly New Zealand drag.
Oh,
How did
not all
you...
New Zealand.
How did it, like, evolve to where it's at now?
Trials and tribulations. Years of doing it. Like, honestly, I'm very lucky. This is going to sound, like, obnoxious, but, like, to be born with the face I have, because it's really made it really easy for me to present the feminine illusion that I want to create. And, like, looking back at the makeup when I started, bitch, it was rough. That shit was rough. And, like, but, like, bitches were still calling me pretty. Like, oh my god, you're so gorgeous. Like, I remember, something about makeup journey, when Aja came to Wellington, and we did that, the show and everything, and I was kittening for it. Looking back, I thought I looked gorgeous as fuck that night. I was in a big wig. My makeup was so rough. This is one old picture. I look scary as. I wasn't wearing blush back then, but Aja told me, we were standing there in a circle. I wasn't talking to Aja. I was talking to the queens, and I was still a little bit shy. She turned to me. She looked at me, and she said, "You know, you're the girls I think I am in the dream. I am in my dreams." She said that. You're literally the woman I think I am in my dreams. And I look at her. She's a woman. She's a trans woman. I did that.
Oh, no.
So girls, come at me. But yeah, my makeup, it's been rough, but I would just like practice in my room, get through it. A lot of tips from fellow drag queens, like Maria, who's also really good at makeup. They helped me out with that. And like, I think it's healthy to have drag friends who are honest with you and aren't being like, not saying anything with any ill intent in their heart. I mean, Absolutely. She does, but like they're saying it, and like you can actually like listen to them and take the critique and the feedback. So I feel like sometimes I'd see queens, I'm like, I want to tell you this, but we don't have that relation of friendship where it just sounds like I'm being rude to you and being mean. I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, whenever I've got opinions like that on people, it's because I want you to be better. Yeah. And I know you can be better, and so I want to say that. And so it's been really great having that in my life. And so
Amazing.
People like them, I mean, Violet Tendencies, when they were here, RIP, they used to help me with makeup tips and shit like that, and they'd like give me advice. A lot of it unsolicited, but you know, it's fine. Foxy got the brunt of that. And then there was and just years and years of practice. And now living with Blink Bogan, who is a makeup god. Yeah. Like one of the best faces in Wellington and New Zealand. Talk about her. Yeah. Talk about that bitch. Like, I don't know how she does it, but like the way she's got her face. Like, I've got Maria right there and Blink right there, two of the best makeup people in New Zealand. It's really helped me a lot for my makeup.
Absolutely.
Like, I remember I watched Blink do her makeup, and I'm like, oh wow, I've never thought about applying it that way before and taking that angle. And it's just so insightful.
Blink is like airbrushed in person. It's insane.
Insane. She also has like flawless skin, like no pores, but she gets sensitive skin from shaving. So shaving rash. I don't have that problem. I might have pimples and textured skin, but you get shaving rash. No, I'm kidding. But we're talking about beautiful faces. Sorry, I'm going on tangents here.
It's fine. That's what it's for.
Yeah, as a podcast. Dirty Helen. Oh my god. Her face, immaculate. I don't know if she's still doing drag. She hasn't done shit in ages. But I loved what she did. Like, I think she is also a big inspiration for my drag. Like, I would go through her feed religiously, look at her and try to emulate what she was doing. Because she's so beautiful. Yeah. Naturally blessed with a pretty face. But also, she was someone who actually, like, understood makeup. And back then, I didn't understand it that well. Yeah. And yeah, it's been a journey.
Amazing.
It's been a journey.
Look at you now.
I know. Now I'm painting other people and getting them looking glam like me.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I want to touch base on, I don't think I've talked about this with anyone yet, but your digital drag. So during like the pandemic era, a lot of us had to go online and create performances, create videos, lip sync videos, and we had a massive fundraiser called Slay Healthy, which was basically raising money for Wellington Drag. And you, without a doubt, had the best performance there. Because I'll upload a bit, I'll make this a clip and I'll upload the video. But like basically Chloe had like 3 different outfits and did like this, I don't know what you call it, like side by side. And like it was just so good and so creative. Like, how did you come up with that?
Well, thank you. Oh no, actually I was so proud of that moment. Like I really was. I was sitting there and I was like, I wanted to make the videos, but I'm like, I was very limited with space because I was staying at my ex-boyfriend's house, and like, I also hadn't told his parents yet that I did drag. So like, I wasn't sure how they react. They were actually lovely about it, so we did great. But so what would happen, like, I'd be in the room with no space at all. I'm like, how do I make this something without moving around a lot? And I thought, I did media studies in high school. I can put myself next to myself and just do 3 versions of me. So I got up into the gig. I wanted to do 3 different versions of me. The cute version, the OG Chloe, and then the cunty version.
Amazing.
And I did that, and it was, oh my god. But the thing about this, I was doing these clips at like 1 a.m. at night because like, so we'd have dinner with my ex's family. Yeah. We'd go there, and then we'd go into the room, and then I'd have to get into drag, and it used to take me so much longer back then. Yeah. And honestly, it was crazy. But no, I was really proud of those videos. Thank you so much for saying that. No, I absolutely loved that. I remember my dad saying to me, it was so funny, because like I released that one and he thought it was so cool. And then after that, I'm not saying this is what happened, but you released your multiple video one, and my dad was like, you're influencing the people. Like, look at them all, they're doing it.
Well, you did. Yeah, this generally, that did influence me.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
Because like, I initially was like, I was stuck in the box where it was just kind of like, I've got a camera, what can I do here? And maybe for like my first one I did, it was very much just a straight lip sync to the camera. Yeah. And then seeing what you did and then seeing what others did following what your influence did, I was like, there's ways I can be creative about this. And that's generally how I started coming up with my ideas. So,
that's awesome.
No, legitimately, you definitely did like really help influence a lot of our digital drag around that era. So yeah, I thought it was important to bring up around you.
Yeah, thank you so much. No, I really did love that. It was so much fun. And honestly, like, being locked in the house, I needed some form of creative outlet. I needed something to do. Oh my god.
Oh, fucking A.
Like, we all know COVID. We all know that. We're not going to get into that.
No, we don't need to bring that up anymore.
Been gone.
So, let's talk about drag outside of the era. What kind of style do you prefer? Like, do you prefer, like, doing, like, club gigs? Do you prefer, like, cabarets, hens do's, corporate-y thing? What's kind of Chloe's vibe?
Chloe's vibe. I enjoy the club gigs because there's a lot more freedom to them. Yeah. Like, you can do what you want. Mm-hmm. But the cabarets and, like, the hens and stuff, I've only done a couple of them so far, but I'm getting into doing them more. Mm-hmm. I really do enjoy them because one of my favorite things about drag is the audience and the audience's reaction, and when you can see them reacting to it and like enjoying it, they're so much fun. And, like, I feel like the most important thing in a drag performance is the audience. Yeah. Like, if they're not receiving it well, if they're not getting into it, girl, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Change it up, do something for it. They're the people buying the tickets, helping us fund our drag. Though there's a lot of controversy in those payments of stuff and shows and stuff, so we're not going to do that yet. Some people I don't do shows for because I don't pay enough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And I know they're making more than that because I've seen producers' fees. I've done producing, not co-ing with Maria. She's taught me the ropes, and girl, there's some shit. That is some shit. What were we talking about?
What kind of style of drag do you prefer?
Yeah. So yeah, I would say clubs. I love the clubs because that's where like it's my vibes, my environment. I love being able to like dance on the stage in front of people.
Glam.
Oh, like the club. I actually really what I enjoyed about when I performed in Auckland is because it's more intimate and it's even more clubby and like you can just really vibe off the audience and get the energy off that.
Yeah.
That is really fun shit.
I'm 1,000% the same. Anytime I go up to Auckland, I always try and book a gig because it's just the vibe there is so much more different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it fits me so much better because sometimes at Ivy it's a gamble because you could get because we have that massive seating area. It could be a crowd that's just there trying to be respectful or don't really know what's going on. At GAY, like that crowd knows what they're there for.
They're pumping, they're drunk, it's 1 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the vibe hits
they
right.
call it off.
Yeah.
They're screaming for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't blame people, patrons at the Ivy Bar, but because when you're like, it's earlier in the night, you sit down, you're not tipsy, you're not as relaxed or loose.
Exactly.
So if you are earlier on in the night, they just, they don't always give the reaction that they would if you did the same number later on that night.
Yeah.
And that's still just about getting comfortable when you're in the environment. Like, that's no dish on anything, no,
Absolutely.
tea. But yeah, I love that.
Absolutely. And before we get into talking about Mixed Capital, who do you like performing the most, like artist-wise? Like, is there a specific artist you like performing more of, or is there a genre you like performing more of?
I don't really stick to one artist specifically. Yeah. I'm very constantly changing with what I like to do with like songs and stuff. But absolutely. I will say my big three, I'm sure you can relate, the Holy Trinity, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, and Beyonce.
Absolutely.
Bitch, those are my girls. Those are my girls. I love me a good Rihanna track, actually, I will say. I love me a good Rihanna track. Then Doja came out. I love that bitch. R&B is something I really enjoy. It's my style. R&B, hip-hop style performances. That's what I grew up listening to. It's what was around me a lot. So that's one thing I do gravitate towards. And then I feel like I do a lot of like 2000 stuff. I don't want to say Y2K, but like it's just because it's the music I grew up listening to, so I love performing that and the throwbacks because you also get the reaction from the audience. Like even doing like 2010s music, you get the reaction from the audience like, oh my god, this song I haven't heard in years, fuck it up. Like that is so much fun. I love doing that.
That's glam. I love that.
How about you? What would you say your preferred artists are?
I guess honestly, just mostly women of colour.
Yes.
Like I feel like when I'm performing women of colour, I feel most me.
Yeah.
There's been times when I've done like Britney, Gaga, and stuff like that. Whilst they are gay bangers, it just doesn't fit my vibe at all.
I understand what you mean. Honestly, like similar here, not the same, but like similar because like sometimes I do perform these songs and it's like it just doesn't hit the same. It's not like I still strive to do them because I want to be as versatile as I can in performing. Like I don't want to limit myself ever, and that's why I do try to go outside the box and do different numbers and like I wouldn't say like outside the box like alternative stuff, but like outside my personal box and do stuff differently to try and like keep my versatility up. But I feel like it isn't as easy as it is with the ones on my OGs.
Absolutely. No, and I fully get that. It took me a while to like learn kind of like who it is that I enjoyed performing, and then also like trying to vibe with these different gigs that I got booked and what they'd like, and but not try and like sell myself out by doing artists that I didn't like. But it was just it was a whole thing. But now it's like I know I just perform what makes me happy.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, one thing I will say about like it's not always a white woman mix, but Adele does me good. I love doing a good little ballad. I've learnt that I'm rather good at them.
You are.
Thank you very much. Not to myself, but I love a good little ballad actually. Favorite one I've done is when I did what was it called? Feeling Good by the cover by Chloe from Chloe and Harley.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. I enjoyed that so much, and I don't know, something about I love a little microphone stand. It just feels glam when I'm singing into it. I love that little staying into me, that little moment. She's just there. Oof, it's just fun.
That's glam. Speaking of Chloe, the Little Mermaid, are you gonna bring back your Little Mermaid routine now that it's been revamped?
You know what? I might.
Yeah.
I might. Honestly, that'd be glam. Yeah. Can't do the same hair as her, but like glam. Like that would be...
Yeah, no.
Very good. Don't need a repeat of one of our fellow Mixed Capital competitors. But I love. Hey, that's shit happens. Moving on. We'll see if it gets cut. But yeah, I would love to bring it back because, oh my god, Little Mermaid was my favourite fucking movie growing up. Like, I watched that on repeat. I watched it so much that my dad once accidentally broke the tape because it was on so much. But no, I don't think he actually did it intentionally, but he joked about it because then they re-bought it for me and they rebought it again for me. So it wasn't actually intentional, but like he would joke about it. Like,
that's funny.
I played it so often that he broke it. It was in something else and he dropped it downstairs, but yeah.
No, that's fair enough. All right, well, let's get into the reason for the pod. It's Mixed Capital season.
Is it?
Yeah, surprisingly.
Oh, shocker.
Right. Who would have thought?
Who's in that?
Yeah. Who is in that? I don't know. Maybe go listen to the other podcasts that you haven't listened to yet.
No, I don't do that.
All right, well, let's first of all talk about Mixed Capital 2022, last year's Mixed Capital. You got third place, which means you automatically got through to this year's finals.
Sure did.
How does that feel?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Feels lovely, honestly. There's like not having to stress about that again, like, because I say like heaps is, I feel like there's a not more pressure, but there's a lot of pressure there because you got to get through. Like,
yeah.
Not that there was ever a doubt in my mind that I wouldn't get through. Not to be like egotistical, but like I just felt like confident in what I did.
Yeah.
But like it's still that like extra shit because like you never know what the judge is going to do in the night. Like, we've had scoring for other people where it just wasn't like what we think it would be or what it should be.
Absolutely.
Or perform stuff and it's not translate, or like stuff's been misconstrued in like certain categories and it just gets lost. So that stress off the back has been beautiful. It's been lovely. But I will say, me and Eddie, we the ones because they came second.
Yeah.
We were there at the Heats night and we're watching them like, fuck, because the Heats was fucking strong this year. We're like, oh my god, the gals are really coming for it this year.
Yeah, the Heats was stressful. It was just the quality of everyone. Like, no shade to my generation, but when I was watching the Heats compared to what the Heats are now, no, I don't think anyone in my Heats would have made it through.
Really?
Compared to what it's like now. It's just grown so much. The talent, the quality is just like through the roof.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, Eddie and I were like, oh my god, it's gonna be an amazing night. Holy fuck, let's start working on our shit. Let's get dust off these fucking drag shit and get onto it.
Absolutely. And let's so your Mixed Capital run last year, that was your first time being a Mixed Capital, am I right? Or have you done it before?
We'll say that. What have I missed? I've only even done it once. What are you talking about, Cully? What are you talking about?
What? Have you done it more than once?
What'd you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
What happened?
If you don't tell it, I will.
Okay, so I did enter Heats once. When was this? Before COVID, so 2019, I believe. Yeah. Let's just say it wasn't very great, wasn't very good, wasn't very thought out. I got my track in late. I turned up late. So there were already points deducted off that, and that's basically why I didn't get through. And I remember, was it Roxy or someone came up to me? I could be getting this wrong, guys, so don't quote me on this. They said, somebody just saw scoring sheets, like, you would have gotten through if you hadn't have been late and shit. And like, that really kicked me into gears and shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck. But like, honestly, they were fair. And I'm like, I was not ready for the shit then.
Yeah.
I was not at all ready to be capable. Like, going in it or competing. Time management, something that I've struggled with a lot. And I've learned now that we've realised I've probably got ADHD. That is why. And so it's helped me tackle it a little bit more and get better at it.
Nice.
But that has been as you know, it's been a big struggle for me, as you may know, as people are aware of.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there was another capital,
Wild.
but I pretend like it never happened.
I mean, apparently so did I, because I blanked that out. And I was there at the Heats, so...
Yeah.
Work! Exciting. But, so how do you feel that you went last year in Capital? Like, did you enjoy it?
I loved it. Yeah. I thought it was an amazing experience. I really did love it. Though, cut to me literally sewing my outfit the night before, getting Maria, who had just fallen sick, RIP, so she couldn't compete anymore. Yeah. I'm like, since you're not anymore, could you sew my wigs for me, please?
Oh my god.
And so she started me with 2 wigs. I'm like, which honestly looks so gorgeous, so glam. Got that all last minute, but on the night I had so much fun, really enjoyed it. I'm very happy with how it went. I didn't do as good as I could have done it in my Who Am I round, but that was completely on me. I just hadn't rehearsed it as much as I should have. And it was very much not very who am I. I hadn't really like thought it out very much because I was very lost with the who am I.
Yeah.
Like I found that I do find that a more difficult round because like who am I? Bitch, I'm me. I'm King Chloe Tamekehu. That's who I am. I don't really like pinhole myself or label myself to what is this or what is that. And so I struggle with that, looking in and thinking about that. And so last year it just didn't go great. So like I was very happy with the placement I got. So very
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I stressed about that round as well because for me, the who am I round, it's like everyone knows who I am.
Yes.
If I perform just what I am, are people going to be bored? Are people going to be like, oh, but this is Kelly? I'm like, but that's the point.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's a round where like you want to like gag the people and show them because who am I? It's like it's your make or break number really. Like it's and you want to do groundbreaking, but also it's like you got to show you and like how do you show you what you do all the time and still make it gaggy and
Absolutely.
groundbreaking. Like yeah.
So there's a lot of pressure around it, and then I was constantly thinking like. I was like, oh, maybe I should do something different, but then I had to like remove myself from that because I was like, no, if I do something different, then it's not me.
Yeah.
So I was stressing myself the fuck out about it.
Oh, absolutely. No.
Oh my gosh. And last question for this: how do you feel for the finals, which are coming up next? Coming up this Sunday.
This Sunday when this comes out.
This Sunday.
All California podcasts are pre-recorded at a live studio audience.
I mean, they are.
In the live, not with the live studio audience, in the live studio audience. We've got the crowd around us now. We're at Sky Stadium. What was the question again?
How do you feel for the finals?
Oh, I am very excited. I cannot wait. I'm ready to kill it. I feel very confident with what I've got to do and what I get done. I've got a few things I still want to get finalised. Like I'm like making my outfit for the for my final number. Like I'm making my own outfits and doing pieces together. So there's a lot of pressure on myself. Got to style my own wigs. Like putting in a lot of work for it. But my tracks, I'm very proud of what I've put together. And I think it definitely does show who I am. And I'm ready to just fucking serve and give. I want y'all to see me eat. I want y'all to see me eat. And if I get... I plan on winning. But if I get beaten, I want to be beaten by the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I want to be giving my fucking best. Yeah.
Exciting. Oh my gosh. Well, we are nearing the end of the Kick It With Kelly podcast.
Says who?
Says me, bitch.
But I'm not done talking.
Oh, well, what a shame. Anyway, save it for next time. We always like to end our podcast with a game, and we are doing the same game for every Mixed Capital Series podcast.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yes, hello.
Sorry, I had to cough. Sorry, I got a bit of phlegm in my throat, guys. I apologise. It's probably not going to be cut out, so you're getting the raw, exclusive cut. Anyway, sorry for interrupting. Back to you.
Thank you so much. So we are doing the Mixed Capital Word Association. So what we're doing is I'm going to list off all the contestants, and you give me the first word or thought phrase that comes into your mind.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, this might be hateful. Guys, I'm just joking. Just jokes.
Oh, no, we'll see you right there. All right. First up, Amoeba Geezer.
I fucking love him so much. Ugh. I didn't say one word, but...
Sorry, hold on.
Wow.
It's bedtime.
That's fucking awkward.
I see how it is.
Oh my god, wow, if you're wondering why we cut just then, it's because my alarm went off, because it's time for me to go to bed. Anyway, we're doing the Mixed Capital Word Association game, and Chloe's about to give us her answers. So first up, Amoeba Geezer.
Fucking love them. Oh my god, they are so talented. Like, they're such a talented performer. I love watching them. Like, they're so mesmerizing. Bitch, their energy, like, they're so charismatic. Such a talented drag king.
Yeah.
Drag performer in general. They really just hit the ball running. Like, they've been doing drag for what, like a year now? They just did their year birthday?
Just a year, yeah.
Girl, fuck it up, boy. Fuck it up, boy. Oh.
Phenomenal. All right, next up, Stabitha.
Honestly, work. No, Stevie and I have had good times together. She's been really lovely to me. She's been actually a really lovely rock from the drag scene for me since she was there when I started out. She's always been very sweet to me, very kind person. And hey, we all make mistakes. Not excusing at all. I don't know how to bring that up. Sorry, it's kind of awkward. Let's carry on. Because I've got some opinions, but I'm not going to share. And Stabby, if you're listening, look, have a quarter at all with me.
Phenomenal. All right, next up, Vixen Temple.
Oh, glam, honestly. They came out of nowhere, I feel. Like, I hadn't seen them do anything, and I saw them do... Oh, I don't know what it was. They did like a... Was it album conundrum last year? They did Lady Gaga? No, they did some Lady Gaga thing. It was like a Lady Gaga mega mix. And honestly, they killed that, and I was like, oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at them. Look at them go.
Look at that.
No, it was like really as well. Like, it's nice seeing new people walk in and like talent there immediately. Like, that's fun, and they've been lovely to me. Oh, and I found out they're also Māori.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Like, I feel like sometimes because you don't just talk about that in conversation really, but I found that out, and like honestly, finding out other people with whakapapa is just really beautiful to me, and a beautiful experience. Seeing takatapu people succeeding and doing queer stuff and being in drag and
phenomenal.
Glam.
Well, talk about takatapu. We've got next up Olivia Dreams.
Who's that?
Right.
No, I'm joking. I love
girl
her.
you borrowed your dress
I'm currently
from.
wearing her dress. That was your dress, but no. Currently wearing her dress. God, she's a funny girl. She's a fun girl. Oh. What? What are you laughing?
She's a funny girl.
She said I was funny. What did she say about me? I remember she said, because I wanted to listen to what she said. She said something like...
What did she say about
Oh,
me?
it was something like... She said, Chloe's a goofball. That's what she said. Chloe's a goofball. Apparently I'm a goofball.
Apparently.
Apparently so.
Wild. Who would have thought? Not listen to this podcast. All right, next up, Maria Richmond.
I don't know her.
Oh, that's delightful.
I don't like her. I think she's shit.
I don't know her, but I don't like her.
I think she should drop out. I think she should quit drag. I think she is shit. Her drag is shit. Her look was shit. She's shit. Those shoes were made for oh fuck, what's the quote? I'm fucking it up. She's shit.
Delightful.
Love that bitch.
No, I'm
Cut
gonna
that out.
cut that out. Yeah. Cut that last part out. Next up, myself, California.
Honestly.
What?
Honestly. No. You just want to hear people compliment you, don't you? I think Kelly's a really lovely person. They've been amazing for me in the drag scene. This selection being genuine right now. They've honestly helped me get to where I am. They've gotten a lot of very like sappy messages from me when I started doing drag, because I was very appreciative of them when I'd get drunk and I'd message her and be like, oh my god, thank you so much for booking my first ever show and what you do for the drag scene. And but honestly, can't.
Oh, thank you so much.
Fuck that bitch.
Beautiful. All right, last up, Eddie D'Amore.
Oh, he's also excellent. Like we've got such a great cast. He is so great and such a lovely person. Also, know my parents because he does teaching, and my dad's a teacher, and they met. I don't know how they know each other, but I remember them like my parents were like telling me like, oh, we met this person, and I didn't say the name, and like they did drag. I'm like, and they said them know you. I'm like, what? And yeah, they know my parents.
For a second, I thought you were going to say Eddie taught you.
No, I'm not that young. But no, yeah. So Eddie knows my dad and my stepmom.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I think those answers rival Olivia for potential mixed congeniality runners.
Bitch, do I look congenial to you?
Oh, you definitely dressed the part today.
Oh,
you're in a fucking tall dress.
Fan favourite. Fan favourite.
Well, I mean, not Hysteria's fan, obviously, but we'll leave that for another time.
Wait, so is that all the capitals?
Yeah.
Oh.
Amoeba, Stabby, Vixen, Olivia, Maria, me, Eddie. And then you.
For such a big cast, it feels smaller. You didn't ask me about how I feel about myself.
How do you feel about yourself, Chloe?
I love myself.
Delightful.
I think I'm excellent. Now I've got a question for you.
Oh, God. What?
How are you coping after your family died in that fire?
What the fuck? Which fire?
Oh, she's in denial. She can't get past it. Sorry, guys. I shouldn't have brought it up. It's been a bit rough.
This is Kick It with Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us on a Monday.
Monday?
Yeah. This is a Monday. This episode's coming out on a Monday.
Oh. So it's Sunday today. I thought it came out on Fridays.
Oh my god. We haven't had this chat 5 times already.
I thought it came out on Fridays.
Yeah, they do, but because we had too many Mixed Capital contestants, yours comes out on a Monday, and then Maria's comes out later this Friday.
Oh.
Yeah. So later this Friday, we have the special guest, Maria Richmond, long awaited. Oh my goodness, so excited to have her on the podcast. Like we said before, Mixed Capital's coming up this Sunday. You can get your tickets on eventfinder.co.nz. Please get them because it's going to be such a phenomenal show, and we'll be crowning our newest Mixed Capital drag. But I want to say a massive thank you to King Chloe Tamekehu for joining me today. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me, lovely. It's honestly been excellent. I would love to do a podcast again. This has been fun.
Yeah,
honestly.
It was something.
It was something.
Anyway.
Also, if you've made it through this far of the podcast, give yourself a little pat on the back for listening to all of this, because it was a lot. There were some tangents, and congratulate yourself. Honestly, work. I should be running this.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Love you all. Love you, Kelly. Bye.
That was the most chaotic fucking thing.